Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura, and welcome to the Pattern Queens episode 98. Today is Sunday, September 18th, and this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and always, the setup and the chit chat beforehand.
And today it is all about my friends, count twice, stitch once, Connie and Melina, our friends.
Yes.
So
They're so fun.
yeah, we had these shirts. Athena made these shirts for us so that we could surprise Connie and Melina, and we all had the same shirt in different colors. Just a fun thing.
That's so
And
fun.
if you're not watching Count Twice, Stitch Once, I want to shout them out as part of the Under 1000 sub club because they are so fun. They're a mother and daughter, and they do updates usually once a month. But Connie has been such a traveler over the summer that it maybe was a little bit longer in between.
Right.
So,
but they are so much fun. They're just a hoot and a half.
And such cool stitchers. Melina likes all of the mermaids and all of the cool, pretty things like that. And Connie,
and I can only aspire to Connie's perforated paper prowess.
Connie is the Mill Hill Queen.
Yes.
So, and she loves Halloween. So she is to her season here.
For sure. For sure.
So, what's new with you this week?
Well, if you can't hear it in my voice, we missed last week's upload because I got COVID. So I'm recovering. I'm at the end of my quarantine period. I'm going back to work tomorrow, but just got some throat stuff that's kind of lingering. I feel much better though. So my husband somehow did not get it at all. And I suspect that I got it from James, who got it from daycare, but don't worry, he's fine. He had like a little runny nose and a cough a couple weeks ago. So he was just fine quarantining at home with mom all week. And we watched, I don't know if you know, that they put out a new Cars shorts series. We've watched that approximately 150 times.
And I think you told me that he's ready to see his friends.
Oh yeah. There was one day whenever him and my husband went out, and my husband goes, "Do you want to go shopping?" And he goes, "Shop, shop." And he's like, anytime someone mentions leaving, he just runs to the door. So usually we take him to daycare during the week, so he's just ready to be out and about, I'm sure.
He's the little social butterfly.
Yeah. I don't know where he got it. Me and his dad are not. So what's new in your world?
Well, I am just back at school, keeping busy. This week, I got to sub in classrooms a couple of days while the teachers were doing a workshop, which was great for them. And really, the kids did really well, especially considering that last weekend was full moon and we were still feeling all those effects. But the best thing that happened at school this week is that I have a shirt. I work in the ELL department, the English language learners, and they sent us all shirts at the end of last year. And so we've really just gotten to wear them starting this year. And they say diversity is our strength. And they have a row of faces that show kind of a diverse lineup. And one of my students, a little girl, hopped out of the car. I run the car rider door, and she hopped out of the car and ran up, and she pointed at my shirt and she said, "Miss Landis, you're wearing me."
Oh,
I'm just like,
so
oh,
cute.
honey.
Perfect. That is what the shirt is for.
Yes, so I can't wait to get back and send that message on to our boss and just let her know that they really do see it. And she told me 3 or 4 times, "I'm on your shirt. I'm on your shirt." So
So nice.
sweet. Yeah. And if you are on the Black Needle Society subscription list, we packed a box yesterday. Keisha can tell you her thoughts on it. So
it was really good. It's the Just Cross Stitch box, so just cross stitch things, and there are definitely some things where I was like, oh, that's wonderful. But the big news about this box is if you get the box, you got something that was personally packaged by me because I helped out and I packed all the needle minders this time. So
And I had
which
to
was
apologize to Keisha because the needle minder is the thing she saves till the end, and she already knew what it was.
it's always my favorite. And it's funny because I've kind of mentioned it a few times. My son James really likes needle minders. We have metal legs on our coffee table, and he goes and he sticks them, and he calls them sticks, and it's the best thing. Um, and so to have like a bunch of them there, I was like, buddy, you can't touch these. I'm so sorry. These are mom's. You can't have them. And because usually I'll let him have them. I don't let him have the backs, just the bigger part, and he'll stick them to the table, and then I'll take them at the end of the day. Um, but as soon as I took the box inside yesterday, I was like, okay, you can stick this one to the table. Thank you for being so patient.
Oh, so fun.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready to jump into it?
I'm ready. Let's talk about some cross stitch.
Yes. Do you have any finishes this week?
I do have a finish.
Yay!
So I don't have the cover page, but I'll just show you it's finished now. So this is Costume Party from Hands On Design. I
It's
finished.
so fun.
Thanks. This is on the called for linen. It's 32 count Silvermist linen from Fabrics by Stephanie. And it's all the called for colors. A little miscounting over here, but I don't know that you'd notice it unless I told you.
No.
But it's really fun. I really had a good time with this. I haven't stitched the smalls. We got little perforated pieces of perforated paper if you bought the kit from Lady Dot for some smalls, but I haven't done those yet. I'm kind of saving those until next month. So.
Okay, so those smalls, they tell us that we should get an ink pad and we can change the color of the perforated paper. What are you
Yeah,
thinking about that?
I think that that's such a cool idea. And see, I had never really considered, but most of the things that I stitch on
Mhm.
perforated paper are full coverage. I cut out around, so the color of the paper doesn't really matter a whole lot. But I think that that's really interesting. I had never thought about dyeing the perforated paper myself. So I think that's a cool tip. I'm not sure if I'll go get ink pads or maybe play around with some markers or something or what I'm actually going to do with it, but I'm
Mhm.
really excited about that idea.
I'm trying to decide. I mean, we know I love purple, but I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do them all purple or if I need some different colors,
Oh,
or
yeah.
I'll probably have to take the floss with me and just kind of
Right.
see what it would look like.
A green or an orange or something might be kind of good for a
Hmm.
few of those for sure. So,
Maybe, like four different colors if I can come up with it.
yeah. So, anyway, that was finish number 10 for the year for me. So,
Awesome.
thanks.
Awesome. Okay. I had told Keisha that I had three finishes, but I lied. Since we last filmed, I have four finishes, and
Wow.
these are 14 through 17 for me. I just had to scoot off here and look just to make sure. So I showed you this the last time. It's
Hmm.
Pumpkin Patch by Fanci That, and I was just not quite finished with it. I finished on the day that we filmed. I don't think I had it finished.
No, you didn't.
So
Wow.
there it is. I thought
Oh,
this was really
good.
interesting. The top border
Yeah.
is different colors than the bottom border,
Huh.
but
Interesting.
that's it. And I made one change. These two pumpkins were supposed to be the same color, and I pulled out a Victorian Motto sampler shop floss that I had for that bottom pumpkin. I still
Cool.
think it looks like a lady.
It does. It does.
And this one, I'm sure she did exactly what it said. It was called for on 26 count Hickory Heatherfield with Gentle Art sampler threads. And I showed you last time I have like the original sampler threads
Right.
packaging. So Hickory Heatherfield is an older fabric. It's kind of a wool feel and it has all these little slubs of different colors in it. Um,
Interesting.
you're not familiar, Heatherfield came in multiple colors. There was a really cute one that was on navy that was for Halloween for Christmas that had fun Santa things on it.
Oh,
And it also came in white and cream and black. I can't even tell you all the colors, red. So
interesting.
it was fun. So then I pulled out from the Cricut collection. I was doing this one, Quote the Raven. This is Two Familiars folio. And this one is on a piece of 32 count linen dyed by Susan from Keepsakes. She, I'm saying all the time today. She dyes fabric and takes it in. And when Katie and I were on our big trip, I found this piece that I just loved. Look at all the color in that. And I did end up going through and counting out all those crazy little spots around it.
Oh, I love him.
And that black is Cosmos thread. That's the only change that I made. So instead of doing DMC, I switched to try the Cosmos. I had 3 or 4 projects that were going at that point when I started this with black. And so I tried different blacks just to see what the coverage looked like.
Yeah, so, I think that looks really good.
Thank you. So that was number 15. Then this next one, I gotta move this back. This next one was a freebie at one point from the Primitive Needle. And it is just I called it Wicked because that's what it says. Oh, it does say Wicked by the Primitive Needle. This is obviously scrap fabric from my stash and threads. It called for Belle Soie. I just pulled 4 colors. I had written down black, brown, green, orange, and that's what I went with. So that's
so good.
I have an oops on this too, and I don't think you would know where it is. So it's finished. That's the big thing.
Personalizations.
There you go. So Threadwork Primitives put out a chart after this freebie came out. I can't get a hold of it. I have it in the same thing, but I will be stitching this one at some point to go with it.
Yeah.
Really cool that they will just go together.
Yeah, for sure.
So they don't take all that long to stitch, but there are definitely more stitches in that tiny space than what you realize.
There always are, man.
That was number 16. And then number 17, I think, I don't know if we talked about this last time, but okay, I got this freebie at Galleria 2019 from Heartstring Samplery. And something about it was bothering me. So what I've decided is that I like this as a piece and I like this as a piece. So I had already, because I started at the bottom, I already had, I think I had I think I had day and the extra Y maybe, but I finished.
Wow, so cute.
It's just a cute little thing. And I left it in the hoop just because it would be easier to see. So the top then will say, every day I'm pumpkining, and has like the little barista girl.
Right.
So that's it, number 17 for the year. And that makes 6 in my 59 #59 before 60 challenge. So I am over 10%.
Nice. Look at you go.
So it will be a big challenge to get there. But something about it just lit a fire under me, and I stayed with my projects for a couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, that's 4 finishes in 2 weeks is a pretty big accomplishment. So
if you're hearing funny noises, that's the coffee maker. Jeff is making a pot of coffee, and it's right at the end.
Well, it's the essentials. It's before noon. You got to have your coffee.
He's telling it to shh. And with that, I'll have a drink of coffee. Okay, that would take us to stash. We love our stash, right?
Yes, for sure. Okay, well, I've got a few things of stash. I ended up finally getting the costume party finishing and perforated paper from Lady Dot for my costume party. So I'm excited about that. I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to finish costume party. I have a very nice mother-in-law who said that I could just bring her things and she would help me finish them. So
ooh, that would be fun. Do you have a trip planned up there before long?
I'm not sure actually. We usually go around this time of year, but I don't think we are, so I don't know. Um, the next thing I got my fabric of the month from gosh, my
Or
brain just
are you
completely
Fortnite?
Fortnite. Sorry, my brain is just not working right now. Um,
That's called COVID fog.
yeah, I'm really, really kind of foggy over here. So sorry, guys. I got my fabric of the month for September from Fortnite, and this is Mia Moore, and it's not showing up super well. That's a little bit.
Do you have a
It's got
white
these,
page,
yes.
like the back of a pattern or something? I just wondered if it would make it. No, if you set it next to it, will it make it show? Oh,
Oh, there.
there we go.
This is why you trust your professional filming partner. Um, so this is Mia Moore. It's a 36 count linen, and
Ooh.
it's just beautiful. I just love this. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it, but I'm excited to figure out something to put on it.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really, really a nice one. I want to put something really soft and nice on it. And then my good friend Laura Landis bought me this Zappy Dot, and it's Let Joy Be Unconfined.
Oh,
It's
look, I
the
had mine upside down. That's so good.
it's our Mother's Day project that we have worked on 2 Mother's Days in a row.
And I saw it and just thought, oh, we have to have that. And
Yeah.
it will give Keisha that reminder. You need to put it on your calendar. So it'll be a reminder. Oh yeah, I got to put in some stitches this month.
Put some stitches in on it so that we can finish it together on Mother's Day.
Yeah,
So,
Keisha's adding just little bits so we get there.
right, for sure.
And
So
I'm
that
not touching mine. I'm not looking at mine,
I know. Hey, there's another guaranteed finish before your birthday.
Oh, yay. I think I
So that
did mark that.
yeah. So that's the stash that I got. But I also purchased the Halloween wreath from the Frosted Pumpkin, and I'm supposed to be getting the materials on Monday. So I'll show you
Ooh,
guys
so
all that next
exciting.
time. I'm really excited. I bought the linen kit and the needle minder that goes with it, and I think the first part comes out on October the 3rd to start stitching it. So I'm really excited. So
Right after we get back from Galleria. Hey, maybe that'll be your start and you'll just get all of your supplies while we're at
yeah,
Galleria.
yeah, perfect, perfect. How about you? Did you get any fun stash this time?
I did. We ended up back out at Cece's and I saw this. I don't know if it just came out at Expo,
Oh,
but it's from Sweet Wing Studio and it's called Singing Sparrow. This is one of my favorite songs. So I thought I would get that. And then it calls for mostly classic colorworks and gentle arts. Well, my shop didn't have the gentle arts. So I
mhm.
just got a couple of extra DMCs to go with it to finish that out.
Perfect.
And then I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but Teresa Kogut came out with this book. And this is the big sampler, which I think I may do the cats by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I may do the witches by themselves. I may do little scenes around.
I'm just
Um,
looking at that great big pumpkin.
isn't that fun?
It's so fun.
One of our friends was saying she may do drums for all of these,
Oh, yeah, for all those bands, that would be a cool idea.
but that's not all that's in here. There's so much good stuff. I'm going to like bring this in from the side. Look at these two.
Oh, that's fun.
There's so many projects in here. I think you always get your money's worth with Teresa Kogut. She does such fun designs and it's a great book. You can see how thick it is.
Yeah.
So, she doesn't have a page where they're all on one page together, or I would show you that. And if you haven't seen a flip through, comment down below and I will go through and do a flip through for you and show you flat lays of all of the pieces.
Okay.
So then, yes, we got our Let Joy Be Unconfined. And also, I got Be Stitch Me ran a special that if you spent a certain amount, then you got some silks free.
Oh, nice.
And I'm already waiting on fabric from them. So I decided to get this. And it is an Ort container.
Oh,
And it
fun.
has a little magnet. You see the magnet there. So it'll
Oh,
go,
yeah.
so hold that on. And here's the other magnet. So you
Oh,
can put it
nice.
on your piece that you're working on and just put your orts in the little can. Then it's all ready to go.
Huh.
And it's
That's a cool
so
idea.
pretty. I just really wanted to check it out.
Yeah. That's a cool idea.
I love that. And then the silks that I got, oh,
Oh, yes.
they're so pretty. They would make a really good, I don't think they have names on them this time, but what a pretty color palette. Um, Hello, we'll just do them against what they came in. Look at these.
Ooh. Those
And
are
they
so pretty.
feel fabulous. And then I have one more piece. Let me put these back in here. You know me and the putting everything away. I have to make sure I get it in the right
Right.
place. I know I've picked up more floss and stuff around, but I don't usually show you guys that unless it's something specific. This is my Fiberlicious that came. I lilac you a lot.
That's so pretty.
Is this so me?
It is. That's perfect.
So there's part of it. I just have
Ooh.
it folded so that you can see it a little better. But
Well, that's Laura and Keisha the fabric, if ever I
there
saw
it is.
it.
Those green spots are so bright and pretty. I just love it.
Yes.
So that's my stash for the month.
Wow.
Well, for this time.
Yeah.
How about whips?
Oh, well, I do have some of those.
I have some of those too. We've been crazy.
Well, oh, I was going to show you guys something funny, and it fits kind of in whips because it is a whip. So, from the freebie table at the retreat we went to, there was this little cat needlepoint thing, and it has like big pearl cottons and things. I thought it would be fun to do it with James. And so basically it's me sticking the needle through. He pulls the needle off, he laughs, I get the needle back, we put it back in. It's wonderful. Well, James likes his gadgets. He likes his needle minders, he likes everything that mom has. Well, the little, I'll show you, the little ties to keep all of your extra fabric. He loves those. He decided that he needed to put some on his project. He had a bunch of them earlier and he goes, cat project? Because that's what we've been calling it. And I go, yeah, sure. Do you need to put some on there? And then he just comes and just puts every one that I have out on there.
Oh my
So anyway,
gosh.
I thought I should share that with all of you so that you know that I'm raising my boy to maybe like the accessories more than he likes the actual craft. Okay, so the first thing, well, I worked on all of these kind of simultaneously. I worked on ABCDinosaurs from the Clouds Factory. I am woefully behind, but this is what the whole thing looks like right now. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count Arctic Fox from Fiber on a Whim. And here's the entire thing.
Wow.
And I finished up our friend Mr. Brontosaurus.
Look how gorgeous he is.
Thanks. He is massive. There
Yes.
are so many stitches in that guy. I thought, oh, I'll probably be able to get that whole because and I don't even remember what month, but the months part was A and B, and I was like, oh, I can easily get that done. No, Brontosaurus was like 1,000 stitches in and of himself, so, so I didn't
That's
get
what, like a week for you if you stitched only on it?
close to it.
I mean, like
This
a work week.
Yeah, this project goes a little bit faster because I'm only using one strand since it's
Oh,
on 36 count. But yeah, no, that's quite a few stitches. I average about 200 stitches a day. So
I was thinking it would take you your work week to get through that.
Right,
And that would
right.
be the only thing you got to work on.
Yes. And then I worked on, oh, it's sampler September, guys. So I pulled out my favorite sampler, and I can't find the cover page for it, so I apologize. Um, but Abra Lowney 1825 by Erica Michaels. I really, really love this. It's really, really challenging, but in a good way. And I think I realized that this is actually 28 count. I told you 32 count the other day. This is on 28 count dirty from Zweigart. And here's what I have done.
Wow.
The whole thing. So I had, and this is a floss conversion. So I had all the top alphabets done. What I worked on this time was the brown and white in the basket, and then all the over one.
The message I got this week was I forgot I would have to stitch over one on Abra the next time I picked it up.
Yep, yep. Uh, because I worked on this basket. There's another basket over here, but I just decided to just go right in on the over one. So there are 4 lines of that same width of over one script. So that's probably going to be the next time I pull out Abra too, and maybe the next time because
But you can do the fun baskets along with it, right?
that's true. I could do a line, do part of the basket, do a line, part of the basket.
Reward yourself.
Yes. So, but then once I get done with that, I'll just kind of zoom in and show you guys. I get to do all of this crazy stitching over here with the flowers and stuff, which the pattern just says
Wow.
freehand stitching. There are some like there are guides, and in her write-up she says no flowers are alike, it's okay, it'll be fine, but those flowers just look a little intimidating to me. I also have,
Maybe we can do some fun flowers. Like I know how to make a spider web rose. That would be really pretty on there.
oh, that would be fun because it says, oh yeah, it's kind of like an eyelet and kind of a road stitch, and then you do some satin stitching around. I'm like,
I have a
oh,
book. I have a book. We
I
can
might
flip
need
and
some,
play.
I might need some flower help. There's that, and then continuing on with my sampler September, I started. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I used it as my white piece of paper for
Oh, I threw you off.
so I started on the river from Modern Folk Embroidery. This
Yay.
came in the November box last year from Black Needle Society. And I am stitching this on a piece of 36 count Lovebug fabric from Fortnight Fabrics. It was one of my fabrics of the month. And it's still in the hoop because I was working on it whenever I came in here.
There you go. Hey, and while you have yours up, mine
Oh,
is
yeah.
on 36 count spearmint from Lakeside Linens because I'm working on it this month also.
Nice.
And I started at the bottom.
Ooh. And see, I was a little bit worried about the size of my fabric, so I started in the middle with the big vase. Oh, if I hook
Uh-huh.
it up.
And you can see the difference in our greens. Did I put my white by it again?
Yeah.
Mine
See,
is
mine.
really, truly spearmint.
Mm-hmm. And see, mine is more of a blue that goes into a teal, and I'm using
So pretty.
as my thank you. I'm using as my floss uh, this floss, which is the River of Life from Forbidden Fiber Co., which also came in this box. And I'm using one strand. So I should have enough since I'm stitching on 36 count.
Ours will be similar but different because yes,
Yes.
we're using the same fabric count, the same floss. It should be fun.
And I'm really enjoying this floss. I'm stitching it in columns. So you can see how I stitched this like around and then I'm stitching that part of it in columns.
Mhm.
I'm a little better than halfway through with it.
Wow.
I'm really, really enjoying that one. And then the last thing that I worked on, because I needed some relief from my over one stitching and I just wanted something easy, and I had finished Mill Hill Taco. I started Sunflower Pumpkin.
Oh,
I know you like this one
oh, it's
from
so pretty.
Mill Hill. And oh, it's really exciting. Oh, I guess I do have one more thing to show you guys. I got the
Oh,
centers of the flowers.
look how cute.
So
The colors are great.
yeah, it's not really that many colors either. So I'm really having, it was just I needed something that was for tired eyes after that day of over one. And then the last thing I had to show that I almost forgot to show you is I worked on Death
Yes.
by Cross Stitch from Long Dog Sampler. So 3 samplers this time. It's really, really exciting what I've done. Let me show you the whole thing so far. Here's the whole thing so far.
Oh, look.
I did 120 stitches right there.
Is that to the edge now?
No, it's
A little
we
more?
still got some
Okay.
time. But I put this in a hoop and that was what fit in the hoop.
Yep.
So and then it's this pattern, the same pattern over here. So I'll probably do that pattern and then I'll move back over. So I've got just a few more sections to get to the edge. But the big news is I hit 10% completed with this one.
Yay.
This feels like it should be more than 10%. That's over 8,000 stitches, but we persevere.
But your project is 30,000 more than mine.
Yeah.
And I hit 20%, but you have almost an entire, so mine is just 50,000 something. And so I feel like you have at least half again as much to go on, when we're going.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, that's all my whips. That's all the stuff I worked on.
okay, and this makes Keisha laugh, so I have to show you this. What I am keeping the river in.
Watch out for that river. You might not want to swim there.
Oh, okay. So Fancy Lady First Friday. I worked on my Shakespeare's Fairies from Mirabilia. I love this one. It is so gorgeous. And Keisha got to help me pick all of the things. And you are just going to be like so excited about my progress. I have part of one of the lanterns.
Oh boy.
Everybody starts somewhere. But I also have this adorable rabbit from Ray
Yes.
on here that I got at camp. I love that. And my hedgehog is right here beside me too.
Oh, that
So
hedgehog is
cute.
in the living room. Yes, they're adorable.
It's fun when you pick up some little thing, thread cards, needle minders, whatever from your friends, and you just know. Oh,
Right.
I should also tell you, I have a ton of these clips, so I clip one on the top when I won't know where the top is. So that just helps me. Some of my friends have been writing the word top on their
Mm-hmm.
fabric because you can get it up there in the margin, and that'll just help keep track of it a little better.
Right.
So, and let me get this back in. This is in a bag from the 805 Stitcher from Tara. That's what the fabric looks like, all those squirrels.
Oh,
But I
cute.
loved all the colors. And since the fairies are out, dancing around, I thought they must be out
Right.
by the squirrels.
Of course.
Then for a July Whip Go call, Katie had chosen anniversaries of the heart for me, and I am on to the second chart.
Oh.
So I worked on this door and some of the yellow in here behind the bricks and some
Mm-hmm.
of the stuff in the flower basket. So, oh, I think I did the flower basket as well. So there that is.
Oh, wow.
And I really like this. I
Yeah.
I can't remember if she has another pick or not. I told you you have one more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we
So
know
look for Blackberry House in the coming months.
it. Hey, what we know is that urn is stitched.
Yes.
Okay. So that one was finished. And my whip go is going pretty well. I finished some things that were called for it. And
Nice.
I used my Gilmore Girls bag also from the 805 Stitcher, and inside it she did these for us and we used them as prizes, but Katie and I managed to sneak in a couple so that we could each have one. Luke's.
Love it.
I pulled out my flying lesson from Silver Creek Samplers. I did not want to put this down. I need to get back to it because it could be finished. Look at
Oh, yeah.
this.
Oh, so close.
It's, I thought, oh, I'll just stick with it. But I have to do all of that moon and the
Oh, yeah.
lettering. I think that's it. The moon and the lettering. But there are a lot of stitches in that.
Yeah. Oh, no, that moon looks huge.
And I am team green and purple.
Oh,
All
because
of,
why choose one?
yeah, all of the bits she did were green. Well, I left the green on here, but I'm using purple here for the dots, and I'll use it up here.
Okay.
So if you're interested in that, I'll tell you what my purple is. You just have to ask. I liked how it looked together. Then my last one, because it's been since September 3rd that we did a Flosstube, so we had a lot.
Yes.
I am working on the 1805 sampler. And this is from Cross Stitch and Needlework. From trying to see if it says the date here real quick. August 1996.
Oh.
Long time ago. But I came across it, and so you can see the original, and they
Mhm.
did it really. When I've read what these colors are, the colors would be gorgeous, but I
Mhm.
wanted a red sampler, so I'm using some floss that I had in my stash, some silk floss. I am pampering myself, and I had a hang up where I was not liking how things looked. So of course, what did I do? I talked to Keisha and she came up with a solution.
Always ask your stitchy friends.
um, she suggested that I go back and add a half stitch on top of all the letters. So just the top leg. And
Mhm.
that worked out well. I was through these bottom two lines and I believe all the way over, this way. O through R. So the difference, see, I can't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
Where I started using two strands then is with the N over to K.
Right. And the reason why I said to do just the one strand is because then you don't have like two or just the top leg, because then you don't have like two X's on top of each other. It kind of blends in better if you only have just your top leg doubled.
I like how it looks. And I'm still using, I'll get real close. I'm still using a single strand for the in-between bands, which the
Mhm.
coverage looks fabulous today, but in person to my eye, there is a huge difference and it's giving some different weight
Yeah.
to how that looks.
Cool.
So, and I left it in the hoop because I've fallen asleep both nights that I worked on it. So it needs at least one real day of love. And it is in one of my older Love You More sleeves.
Ooh.
I love this barnwood. And the inside, I don't think I'll get it with all, oh, there you go. All the
Oh,
leaves.
nice.
Yeah.
It
It
looks like
just,
the boardwalk sleeve.
oh,
Just different
I love,
colors.
yes. Yes, you have that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all of my whips. It's empty over
Well,
there now.
I would have expected more whips, but of course you had four finishes.
I think if I peek real quick, my whip go for this month is, oh, I have to make it smaller too. I'm sure I look funny looking at my screen while I'm doing this. Oh, I still have one for this month. It's 500 stitches on Furthest from a Finish monthly whip garden fair by the Courtney collection.
Oh, nice.
And I am kind of saving that one till the end, till closer to the end anyway. So that probably I'll do it on a weekend so that I can spend a lot of time because it's a big project.
Yeah.
And I just would like maybe a Friday night would be perfect where I'm stitching hours and hours with the group
Right.
and
Give it
it'll
some
work
good
well.
attention. Yeah.
Yes. So, and otherwise, I just want to stitch. I just want to stitch all the things.
Of course, I know. I mean, I've started two new things so far this month, and and I'm really looking forward. I have a couple of things that I've planned to start in October, so I'm trying to ease off a little bit. But my plan, I'm going to work some more on Death by Cross Stitch. And as soon as we get off, I'm going to go work on the river some more because I was working on that before we started filming today. So I'm really having a good time with that. I'm hoping to finish that vase in the middle. And then, of course, more ABCDinosaurs to try to catch up on that. And then just looking longingly at my package from the frosted pumpkin until the first part of the pattern comes out.
And Keisha and I talked, we did a spring start and a summer start. And we had been talking about maybe doing an autumn start. And then before the video, we were talking and realized that the first day of autumn is this coming
Thursday.
And neither of us really feel the need to just rush that.
Right, right. Well, it was one of those, I don't know why I thought fall started in October. That was even before I had COVID brain, so who knows? So I was like, oh, we'll get stuff at Galleria and we'll start something. No, no, my timing is a little off. So,
Well, when you said, oh, I had thought it was October and that we would just pick up something at Galleria and start, that sounded so fun. So who knows? Maybe we will pick up the same thing. Maybe Keisha will just get supplies for her frosted pumpkin. But
you never know with us because probably I'm going with Laura and Katie. So you know what's going to happen to me? Katie's going to go, oh, I'd like to stitch that. And I'll be like, oh, I do too. And Laura will be like, oh, I'm going to stitch that. Oh, I do too. Very, very easy to convince to do things.
we're very bad, right? Rosewood Manor, I think, will be there. And I know there was a piece I wanted to pick up from her, and I don't need to start another great, huge thing right now. But you got to get them when you see them, right?
Right, right. If you
So,
love it, get it. You could
yes.
start it later.
But also, I don't know if you're doing this, we haven't really talked about it. Each year since 2019, Athena Stitching Goddess Designs does 13 stitches of Halloween. And you can do that however you want. You can pick 13 projects and stitch on them. You can stitch 13 minutes a day. You can stitch 13 stitches on your project. You can do
I did
13,000
yeah. The year that James was born, I committed to working 13 hours on
on
projects. I
Halloween
think I did that
projects.
last year too. So
So it's kind of fun. And you just use that hashtag 13 stitches of Halloween. If I think about it, I'll put it in our box down below today. And I looked and I have 14 projects on my monthly whips that I believe all qualify because when I looked at the side, I mean, I strategically planned things, right? So
right.
when I look at the side, almost all of them have hashtag 13 stitches of Halloween.
Oh,
So
fun.
either I started them within the last couple of years or they're ones that I've used previously for that. So
Right. Well, and I have a couple of ones that I'm definitely thinking about starting. And then I have some whips that I'm going to pull out. So I might try to do 13 projects this year, but we'll see. We'll see.
we started it. I mean, Athena started it in 2019. And she had 13 starts because she was still a baby stitcher. She was newly back into stitching and she didn't have any Halloween things and she loves Halloween.
Mhm.
So it was kind of fun. I know we haven't given you much time to get things together here, but please come join us. It'll be so much fun. We'll all post and see what everybody's working on.
Like I said, just pull out one fall piece or Halloween piece and say, I'm going to work on that for 13 hours or
Mm-hmm.
13 stitches a day or for 13 days. You can pick whatever you want. You don't
Yes.
have to start a whole bunch of stuff because I know sometimes That's the barrier for me from joining some of these things is I don't want to start 13 new things. Don't
Yes.
start 13 new things. Just make 13 work.
In that first year, I think I chose a couple of things that I started new because I just was dying for them to be started. But then I pulled out a lot of my whips, and that's how I've been going through them. I keep a bag with Halloween things in them. So, and just so you can plan, we will also be doing the 12 days of stitching in December. Katie and I just call it that so that we mostly do winter or Christmas themed items, but the idea is just to find time for yourself. Did I say 12? I
Mm-hmm.
did. Just to find time for yourself. Take time for yourself to sit down and stitch during the month because December can be so crazy.
Yes, for sure.
So, anyway, self care, right? As
Yes.
Candy would say, the 614 stitcher, you got to do that self care.
Yes.
So,
Very important.
but I think that's about it. Have
Yeah,
we
I think
gotten
that's
up
all.
to enough shenanigans today?
And we have rambled as much as my COVID brain will allow us to. I'm feeling better, guys. Really, I am. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I thought you looked pretty good yesterday when we got to see you. So,
Thanks.
for a hot
Thanks.
minute with her outside the car,
With
social
my mask on.
distancing. Yeah.
But while my boy was trying to ride his bike around the yard, and that wasn't working out very well for him.
But he got up and said, I'm okay.
I'm okay. He came over to the car at one point and he goes, Friends, I'm okay. And he went,
And he loved high fiving Katie. So,
yes. Oh man, what a character he is.
so anyway, I think all that's left to do is say bye.
Bye. Have a good week.